Jai Hind Defense Aspirant, welcome to all on our YouTube channel, The Gentleman Show. Gentlemen, I am going to share my SSB experience with all of you. But before that, I would like to say you please like, share, and subscribe our channel. So friends, I am going to share my SSB experience for NDA 149 course at 14th SSB Allahabad. But before that, I want to say you that before this SSB, I was screened out from 11 SSB Allahabad for TS TES 46 course. So my SSB of NDA 149 course was scheduled on 23rd of August. So I reached there on 22 August, and I went to Sainik Visram which is near by SSB Center Selection Center East Allahabad. I reached there and for your kind information, I want to share that Sainik Visram is just near to Army Cantonment Zone, or we also can say that it is in Army Cantonment Zone, and it is only 500 meters far from Allahabad reporting center, where we have to report for our SSB. So on the next morning was my reporting. So I slept early on the night, and I waked up on 4 a.m. on the next morning and getting fresh for my SSB. And yeah, and now time I was ready for reporting. It was around 5 a.m. on 23rd of August. I already made some friends, 2 or 3 friends there, and we went to the reporting area where we have to report for our SSB. So and then two CHM sir came, and they told us to make a queue and carry all the documents, which we have carry all the documents. We should open, or we can out of the our luggage. And they firstly told us, they checked us 3 documents there. Firstly, they checked vaccination certificate and UPSC NDA admit card, and third is Aadhaar card. And then they told us to kept all the luggage in the reporting shed, where we have to kept our luggage. There are various reporting shed 1, 2, or 3 on the Allahabad center. Then after, they told us to go for breakfast. I was little bit nervous. We went there in the mess, and I took a little bit of breakfast because I was nervous there. And as I already told that I make 3 or 4 friends there before test start, and now we are ready for our test. And after the breakfast, the CHM sir told us to make three lines. First was for pressure group, second was for screened out candidates, and third was for repeaters group. So we make the 3 line. As I was screened out candidate, so I attended in screened out line. Firstly, they ordered to go fresher in the Bikram Batra hall, where our testing procedure were going to be happened. Then a screen out candidate went, and then simultaneously repeater candidates go. So we sat on in the Bikram Batra hall, where screening test would be happened on SSB Allahabad for any entry. So we sit there, and one JCO sir came, and firstly gave us greeting for our tests. And also they told some strict rules about the test procedure, and they also gave us briefing about test what was happening, and they told us about like firstly about OIR first and OIR second. They gave briefing of both the tests. If anyone not want or not know about OIR one or OIR test, then I can make a separate video and on OIR. So please comment in the comment box, then I will make a video on that, sure. So I cannot remember the set proper set of DIPR, but in my DIPR, like there were in YR first there were 75 questions. The time given was I think 43 minutes to complete this, and the second YR, which is called non-verbal test also, it is around 60 question, and the time given was around 32 minutes. So I practiced very much for OIR, so it was not very much difficult for me, and I did OIR very good. Then our first test of screening was completed, that is called OIR, and now it is time for PPDT. To the student who are not aware about PPDT, so it is also called picture perception and discussion test. If you want to get a separate video on this portion, this test, then I can make a video on this test. So please comment if you want to get video on this part, this test. Okay, so JCO sir gave briefing, and then two officers came in the hall, and one was psychologist and the other was GTO officer. And firstly, psychologist gave us briefing about the next test, that is PPDT. That was PPDT, and then he started the picture on we can screen, and the picture was on the screen for 30 seconds only, and then then we start making a story for next 4 minutes, and now we all are completed our story, and they divide us in 3 groups as they earlier divided us. First group for fresher, and second group for screen out candidates, and third group for repeaters. So firstly they took fresher to the hall, we can say also a room which is nearby our screening testing area, and other 2 groups, repeaters groups and also our groups screen out candidates, we are still in the queue. Then second CHM come, and he told to repeaters group to go for a next room which is just adjacent to the room where freshers narration and discussion were happening. But we are still in the group because we are in the screen out candidates, so we are waiting for around 20 minutes there and still standing in the line. But meanwhile we are revising our story, we are practicing our story in the mind, and after 20 or 25 minutes, I think the test, or we can say narration of and discussion of repeaters group over, and also fresher groups also over. Then CHM sir came and told us to go to that room only where repeaters test were happening. So we went there in that room, and we saw there were 5 officers there, and we sit on according to our chest number. Then one by one, firstly psychologist gave us briefing about how to narrate, uh, how much time you have to give in. Then according to they were giving sufficient time to all candidates to complete their story. Okay, then first by one, we were starting there. We start there, and my narration was good also. And then as narration completed, all suddenly GD started, and the fish market created there also, because we are in the screen out group. So in the screen out group and also in the repeaters group, a huge fish market created everywhere. You can see when you will go in the SSB in the future. And then after, psychologists interrupt us, gentlemen, please speak one by one, otherwise we cannot hear all of you. Then after sometimes after 1 or 2 minutes, psychologist stand up again and told us that we are dividing your group into two sub parts. And now first group will speak, and second part please shut down. And then the narration discussion of first group will end, then the second group will start. So I was in the first group, so we start there. I gave 5 or 6 points there, and then our discussion over, and then the second group started. And when the discussion of second group over, they suddenly told us like, now whole group can discuss. So I also gave 2 or 3 points there, and my story is related to 6 or 7 candidates. And so it was very easy to me, and also for those candidates whose story is similar. And we gave us very good points there. And yeah, then I think it was I think 2 or 3 minutes GD were going, and then psychologist stand up, and then he told that, good gentlemen, we can see a warm discussion here. I know you all are eager to participate, but you all participated very well, and good luck for your result. And then he told that now you may go. So हम लोग वहाँ मतलब चले आए बाहर. फिर we sit on that seat only in the Bikram Batra hall, where we have to sit for OIR. And then CHM sir told, you have only 15 minutes, go for lunch and fast back at that seat fastly. So we went in the mess, and as I was very nervous for my result, so also other candidates was also very nervous. So we went there, took a little bit of lunch, and we back to our seats, and we are waiting for our result. Meanwhile, before the result, our result was announced by GTO sir. They came with a file, and in that file all the screen-in candidates' name were written. But before that, they motivate all the people, and they said that all the candidates are very good here, and all the candidates reached there by passing the written examination of UPSC. So all the candidates have capability to do everything in their future, and this type of motivation they gave us. And after the motivation, we feel some courage that times. And then it is time for result. So firstly, they started announcing chest number, and as my chest number was 37. As they said chest number 37, then I stand up, and we have to call our name. So I called my name and UPSC roll number and date of birth. Then they said that to stand up in a other queue where screening candidates were standing. So I went there and we only 23 out of 68 candidates screening successfully, and the rest of the candidates, they again motivate all the candidates to come again and do hard work for their futures, and also tell about also tell us about various ex- mm, uh, celebrities who went for SSB but could not clear because of some reason. So they say that not afraid about your result, only hard work is in your hand. And after that, when all the screen out candidates went out from the Vikram Batra hall, our new chest number given by our CHM sir, and I got chest number 20 out of 23 students. So, and they divide us in three groups, 1 to 8 group in first row, and 8 to 16, 9 to 16 in second group, and 17 to 23 in third group, and I was in third group. So, and totally we are out of 23 students, 5 was 5 were repeater, 9 were screen out candidates, and 9 were fresher candidates who are able to screen in. And after that, a, a huge documentation were happened about 2 or 3 or 4 hours after screening, and after the result, after the announcement of result, GTO sirs, GTO sir and also a psychologist sir came and gave us greeting to for 4 day process, and also briefed us what to be happen the next 4 day and the test procedure, and they brief all the test in very, we can say, explained manner, and we can easily we could easily understand that. And after that, they went off and they gave us greeting, and we are very happy, we were very happy there. And then JCU sir also motivate us, and uh, they asked us from which state you are belonging. Then in I am from Bihar, so from Bihar there were 3 students, and from UP I think there were various students from UP, and also the students came from various states of India, I think across all over the India. And then our documentation started, and yeah, I think documentation we are going on till 4 p.m. And at the time we were not able to take our mobile phones and call to our friends and parents about our result. As our documentation over, they told to go on that setting area where we kept our luggage, and they told us to come with luggage and make a 3 queue, as I told earlier: fresher, screen out, and for repeater. And then CHM sir told about the 4 day process, and where we have to go, we have to not to go in the campus. Some of the restricted area for students where a student cannot be go. They are, I think these are only for officers. And also where we can go for morning, in evening, any time, like in the Allahabad SSB, there is a mandir where you can go and uh, take blessing of God in the evening time, or also in the morning time. We uh, after the after result, I think we went there for take blessing of gods, and they CGM sir told us to follow me, and we followed them, and we went to our 14 SSB, and the name of 14 SSB of Allahabad, it is Tiger Hill. So they told us, देख रहे हो क्या लिखा हुआ ऊपर? तो सभी ने बोला यस सर, क्या लिखा हुआ है? देन देयर वाज रिटन टाइगर हिल. सो हमने बोला सर इट वाज टाइगर हिल, इट इज टाइगर हिल. सो उन्होंने बोला इसका नाम कभी भी नीचे मत आने देना. हमने बोला यस सर. फिर हमने अपना सब लगेज, वी केप्ट आवर लगेज इन द डॉर्मेटरी एंड वी हैव separate seats or separate beds for all the 23 candidates, where we change our formal dresses and wear our normal dress and take rest for some time. And as if you want to get a whole process, SSP process, know about whole SSP process, about my experience, what to happen next 4 day, then you can pin comment, or you can comment in the chat box so that I can make video on that. And please share, subscribe and like the video, because this video might be help for those people who are preparing for SSB. And if you want to make other video also, I can make also another video like SSB test process like OIR, PPDD and other process like psychological test and also for GTO test. So if you want to get, then I can make this video on that. So Jai Hind and work hard. Jai Hind. Thank you.